the Browns have quarterback questions. They do have Shedeur Sanders under contract. They've got
These
Dylan
are
Gabriel.
real quarterback questions.
They've got Deshaun Watson for one more year.
Yeah.
Here's Andrew Berry, the Browns GM, from yesterday on the quarterback situation in Cleveland, along with the status of Deshaun Watson, who's entering the 5th and final year of his fully guaranteed contract.
Any player on our roster we would want to compete. Like, we believe in competition at every spot. That's no different than quarterback. Deshaun's been working really hard. He's been working his tail off, and like I said, we're excited to get going in April with all of our players across the roster.
Yeah, look, they're stuck with Deshaun Watson. If they cut him, they take a catastrophic cap charge. He's on the team. You may as well have him around. It's not the same as Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think he's a distraction because he's been around.
Right.
He's been there for 4 years, and he hasn't done anything except for that one moment in 2023. We were talking about this, or I was talking with ESPN Cleveland about this yesterday. They had that win like 39-38 over the Ravens.
And he kind of felt like, here we go.
And then we find out 2 days later he's got
hurt.
broken shoulder and he's done for the year. And that led to the Joe Flacco thing.
Yeah, he's never been able to stay out on the field and get sustainability. Did he ever get back in the groove? We've talked about, Deshaun Watson a lot. He looks like he's been affected as a player because of the stuff that has happened off the field, where it's taken away some of his aura, charisma, whatever word you want to use there, right? So he's not viewed the same. And I think you feel that from him when he's playing or in public. He doesn't look comfortable anymore, right? That to me is pretty obvious. But yeah, I mean, they're stuck with Deshaun Watson, like you said. So he's there. They got an offensive coach, a new head coach in Todd Monken, and I think he's looking at it going, wait, I was with Baltimore. We from everything we know, they wanted to take Shedeur when he was sliding, and it seems like Dion told them not to. Okay, so they obviously had something there they liked about him. And Todd Monken, he's been around football enough. He knew when he saw Deshaun Watson before, and he's probably cocky enough to go, wait, I can get this guy back on track, right? I certainly can see that. We talk about that all the time. Offensive coaches, hey, let me get my hands on him. I'll get him figured out and get him right. So I'm sure they look at it that way. And I think they ride with Deshaun, Shedeur, and Dylan Gabriel.
It's amazing to think we have not seen Deshaun Watson play at a high level in 6 years.
Yeah, it's insane. The whole story's insane.
Next month, is the 5-year anniversary of when the lawsuits first started. 5 years. He didn't play in 2021 at all. 22, he was suspended the first 10 games. So those last few games were just kind of like getting your feet wet for the next year. And then 23 was the 1 year where, and it didn't start well, and then it started to turn around, and then he's injured for the rest of the year. And then 24, he has the torn Achilles tendon.
Right.
And then tears it again during the rehab process. And really, it just shows you, in the grand scheme of things can just change like that and affect a whole year of your career. And then boom, something happens and that year's gone. And then boom, something happens and that year's gone. And the next thing you know, you're getting the 5th year of contract and you haven't done anything.
Yeah, you don't tell me.
I'm not gonna rule out the possibility that this guy could still have something up his sleeve and could play in that offense.
I hear you.
No expectations, and the lawsuits are finally completely resolved. That happened recently. That's done. It's over. Maybe he can. Maybe he can.
The talent's there. It's just like, I think it's all the other stuff that we've talked about, right? It's kind of like he lost that aura, charisma, belief in self. It feels like he feels like everybody's looking at him, right? I follow him on Instagram. I mean, more times than not, he's really, touting his life of luxury on Instagram, almost as like a FU to everybody. Like, you don't like me, but look what I got and look what I'm doing. I'm in Paris with my wife. We're buying this and we're buying that, and I got diamonds on and the most expensive clothes in the world. And it's kind of like he's taken that route. I just wonder sometimes where his head's at in the whole situation, because it's not easy what he's been through. Like you said, whole life got flipped around, right? And he's never been the same on the football field. And just like you talked about with that Ravens game, he looked like, ooh, maybe we're starting to see Deshaun Watson. He got hurt, and then we've never seen anything like him ever again.
And to the point that we were making on Monday about running backs and certain players who get paid a lot of money, like Albert Haynesworth, $230 million fully guaranteed. He's made it all.
And
he's
everybody hates me, and nobody likes me anymore.
I'm just going to live my life.
Exactly. I feel like that's kind of where he's at right now. And you don't hear any buzz from the Browns players or anything in that organization wait, he's getting there. He's getting there. Why? Yeah. Exactly. I don't hear that from anything. So that, to me, is a little bit of a talking point as well.
If he's ever going to do it, though, it's this year. because next year he's a free agent.
Yeah.
And if he wants to keep playing, he's going to have to do something to get someone's attention, or he's going to get the league minimum to be a backup somewhere next year. And he may just decide, screw it. After getting $46 million a year for the last 5 years, I ain't taking one. I'm done.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing.
Life,
it's amazing how it has all worked, and I love a good story, and I love a good redemption story. That's how we are as Americans, right? We tear them up and we stand back while they fall apart, and then we root for them to turn it around again after we've appropriately wagged a finger at them for their downfall.
Yeah, no, that's the way it goes. This quarterback situation in Cleveland, though, is going to be interesting. We saw Shedeur had some moments where we went, ooh, wow, that looks, starting quarterback. But we also saw other moments and games from Shedeur where we went, ooh, that doesn't look good at all. So, he's got to continue to grow. He's a young football player. Todd Monken's going to get him going. Dylan Gabriel, as we know, the organization wanted to start Dylan Gabriel week 1 last year, and he hurt his hamstring.
Oh, they loved him.
Right. He was the guy. They loved that. And then we'll see where Deshaun Watson is in this whole process. But, yeah, regardless, I don't think they're making any other major moves at quarterback there in Cleveland. I think those are the 3. And Todd Monken's going to have to try to figure out who's the best one that can give them a shot to win some football games.
All right. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.